Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Meet the Ferrum team. My name is Tom from the marketing team here at Ferrum Network. Please welcome Joe Robinson, who's the digital marketing specialist at Ferrum Network. Hey Joe.
Hello, nice to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so good, so good. Because people already know you, I feel like there's already been a couple of videos that we've published where you actually hosted them as well. So I think that people are already quite familiar with you as a person, but I don't think that people know you that well. And this video is here to make everyone just, be friends with you, to find out as much information about you, your crypto journey, and what you do at Ferrum Network. Yeah, basically.
All right, let's do this. I'm excited.
Let's do it. I am so excited. I love those videos. I absolutely love those videos.
They're good.
So
I've watched a lot of them. There are a lot of good ones for sure. They're all good, really.
I have so much fun with those, and I think like people just whenever they watch them, it's nice. It's nice to know the people behind the project, and I feel that's the transparency in the crypto space. It's so important, and I think that we're not afraid. We're not afraid to go out to the community, to speak to them, to let them get to know us. So I think that's brilliant. So we
And
can start right. Oh,
totally.
sorry. Yeah. Go
No,
on.
yeah, I was
Go on.
just
Go
gonna
on.
say, I think that's what I love about Ferrum is they're very transparent. Ever since I've been an investor with Ferrum, they've always been very accessible. And so that's one of the reasons I was looking to join the team. What big reason?
Yeah, same here, same here. Absolutely love it. So, Joe, can you introduce yourself and can you just describe and tell us a little bit about your crypto journey? How did it all start?
Sure. So my name is Joe Robinson. I was born in Brazil. My mom's from Argentina. I grew up mostly in New Jersey. Went to college in Colorado, grad school at Columbia in New York. And I've done a lot. I've been a part of a lot of startups, Fair Trade Organic Coffee, Organic Beer. I helped found and was the CEO of an iOS native app, a local social media app. Uh, I've done a lot of different things. And then I got into health and wellness. I became a health coach, a life coach, a leadership coach. Um, and in 2017, December of 2017, I was in LA. There was fires going on here in California. My now late wife was visiting her family in New York. So I had a week to myself in my sister's apartment in LA, and I kept seeing Bitcoin in all the headlines. It was just everywhere. And I was like, what is this? I knew I had known a few people who'd gotten in like 2013, and I was like, oh, well, I missed that boat. And I guess all the headlines worked because that week I basically was up till 2 or 3 in the morning. I bought my first Bitcoin. And in December of 2017, I think it was like the beginning of the month, it just went straight up. So I bought and I just watched my earnings go up and I couldn't believe it. And I started looking at all these altcoins. I didn't know what I was doing. I was using KuCoin when it was like, no offense, KuCoin, but it was really sketchy. It felt really sketchy back then. Like all the systems back then felt very sketchy. But I jumped in and then, I watched my earnings go up and then I slowly watched them go down over the next few months and then for about a year. And then I remember being in the hospital with my late wife and saw the bottom and was like, well, totally forgot about crypto. And then in the spring of 2019, right when it hit the bottom, I had the courage to buy. And at that point, I was in Learn Crypto, which is headed up by Nick Hellman, who's in the incubation side of stuff at Ferrum. And I bought some Cardano and some Zen, and I got a lot more involved. And then over the last couple of years, I've just seen, especially working with Learn Crypto, um, and just kind of getting a feel for trading and having been through a big boom bust cycle, I got more and more interested in crypto. And that's when in like believe it was early 2021 that I decided to jump on board with Ferrum. I'd seen all these investors basically make out like bandits with their pre-sales, and I just wasn't set up with the systems. I didn't know how to do X, Y, and Z, and I was like, I know I can learn how to do this stuff, but I just have to take the time to do it. So a lot of 2020 or late 2019, 2020 2021, I learned all of that and got set up. And so I was well set up for the last bull run. Um, and, Ferrum was a big part of that. I think I've done almost all the pre-sales that they've offered. Really enjoyed the ride with Eureka, with Network. Those were two of my bigger wins with them. So, and then in the last year, I've gotten more and more involved with NFTs because I bought Cardano and Zen. I was able to take some profits. I bought some fine art NFTs in early 2021. And then last fall, I started getting into more blockchain gaming NFTs and AI NFTs and more in-game utility, in-game ecosystems. I got kind of early in on Steppen this year, which has been a lot of fun. So I've been very excited to see what's going to happen with Get Kicks and that partnership with Ferrum. So that's kind of, I could go on and on and on about how I got into crypto, but that's the gist of it right there.
All right, cool. That's very inspiring, and really detailed in terms of like that you've actually joined the Ferrum community, some time ago, and you've already participated in a lot of pre-sales as well. So you understand how Ferrum works. Like obviously
Definitely.
now you get to know like behind the scene, everything behind the scenes, but that's really cool. That's really cool that you're here out of passion, basically, for the space, for Ferrum. I think that's amazing. And okay, so you've described your crypto journey, and you've also told us about the beginnings with Ferrum Network as well. How did it happen that you joined the Ferrum team?
So, a couple months ago, I was watching a video that I think you were hosting. It was with Taha and Nick, and they started talking about Crucible. And
Hmm.
I started, when you're in crypto, there's a lot of projects to keep track of. And I was, NFT collections to keep track of. So I watched this video between Taha and Nick, and I was really impressed with what they were doing with Crucible. I think it was really smart to get some coins locked up, and especially because Ferrum does add so much value to anyone's portfolio because they do have these pre-sales and access that, they're an incredible incubator. So when I found out that they were doing Crucible, then I looked a little bit deeper and I was like, oh, they're doing a mainnet and they're doing Ferrum X Network. I was like, I didn't even know how many developers Ferrum had or much about it. And the deeper I went down the rabbit hole, as they say in crypto, I realized Ferrum is building out something much bigger than I even realized as a long term, what I would say for crypto, a long term investor. And by the way, I've never sold any Ferrum. I've only added to my position because I believe in the team. I mean, so much so that about a month and a half after watching that video, I'd actually missed the deadline for a pre-sale, and I was hoping to get in on it. So I messaged Ian, and in that same message, after they hooked me up to be able to invest in that because I wasn't too late. I was just a few hours too late. Um, I mentioned to Ian, I was like, "Hey, look, I've got a lot of experience in marketing and sales. I've been a part of a lot of startups. If there's any way I can help out, I would love to do it." And I also knew Nick Hellman had joined the team back in December, and I have a lot of respect for Nick. He's helped me make a lot of money. He makes great calls. He's very professional. And I think he's a great addition to any team. So when I knew he jumped on board, it was kind of like this FOMO of like, man, I'd love to do that. I'd love to help them out. So I reached out to Ian, and we had a great conversation. And before I knew it, I was talking uh, to Nick Odio and to Nichelle, and I watched both of theirs meet the team interviews with, and I was really impressed with those. And I think, a lot of it's been your work, Tom, in the last few months has allowed me to kind of get to know the Ferrum team, what's going on with them. And yes, they were transparent before, but now it's just a little bit more organized on YouTube and much more accessible. So if you want to know more about Ferrum, check out the last few crypto at the round tables. Check out some of the meet the teams. You'll be really impressed. They have Ferrum. We have. I'm getting used to we because I'm so new, but
Hmm.
we have a massive developer team. and our team is all around the world, and we're in the middle of a bear market where Bitcoin might go down a little bit more than we'd like, and we're hiring, we're building out new systems, and more importantly, we have a developer team that's building a mainnet, Ferrum network, Crucible. It's absolutely incredible. We have other stuff that I can't even share here that I'm looking forward to being able to share down the line. So I think, you know, I'm very bullish on Ferrum. Let's just put it that way. But that's how I came to the company. I just got started. This is the end of my second week here, and I'm really really excited to be a part of the team.
Yeah, and we're super excited to have you, Joe. Because honestly, you're an absolutely amazing addition to the Ferrum team. You already came in with lots of different ideas, and you seek onto things to improve. So I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for that, and thank you for sharing this story with us as well. That's super cool. The only thing that I still have in my mind, you said there was a little obviously you've mentioned some pre-sales that you've participated in, but the last one that you've nearly missed out on and you didn't want to, and you actually messaged Ian. What was it? What
It
project
was
was it?
fire.
Oh, it was Fire, the
Fire, yeah.
Fire. Okay, all right, cool, lovely. Okay, thank you, Joe. And can you tell us a little bit about your role at Ferrum Network? What do you
Definitely.
actually do? What are you focusing on? How does it work?
So, one of my passions and something else that I do is acting. I'm a professional actor. I'm auditioning for commercials and all that kind of stuff. And the Ferrum team knew that when I interviewed them. And so, one of my main duties, and I didn't realize this was going to be happening as quickly as it is, and I love that it is actually going to be taking over your role in terms of hosting a lot of these YouTube videos. So basically, I would say my primary duty here at Ferrum is hosting Crypto at the Roundtable, meet the team, and coming up with any other content ideas, mostly for YouTube, but also for Facebook and TikTok and generally our social media, and basically working with you, Tom, to come up with more ideas. Eventually, I would love to come up with some out of the box ideas, maybe during the next bull run when we've got an even bigger budget for marketing to be able to come up with some fun content because I'm very good at that too. But content's the name of the game. I want to really bring engaging content, ask powerful questions when I'm meeting with other teams that we've partnered with. I'm really looking forward to just asking, really interesting, powerful, engaging questions and keeping the dialogue going on what's happening in the industry. So that's my main role. I will be doing some sales too, and helping develop kind of the sales structure a little bit more and bringing some more structure to it. And Ferrum has a lot to offer in terms of products, and I didn't even know that. White label products, staking products, and a whole other slew of products that I had no idea. So I'll be helping with that. And there might be something with NFTs that I might be helping with. That's all I'm going to say. And we'll see. I'm working part time, and so we'll see how much I can get done during those hours. And but I'm really looking primarily, you're going to be seeing me here on YouTube. I hope that's okay. And if you have any ideas for what you'd like to see, or if there's something you have an idea for Ferrum Academy, or for, there's a team member you don't quite know well enough, maybe we do another video with them, whatever it is, throw a comment down, reach out to us. We want to know what the community wants to know. If you're a newbie to crypto, what do you want to learn about in crypto? What are some things? Or if you had even if you have a fun scripted idea, like let me know. I'm all ears, and what I love about Ferrum is it's a very collaborative place to work, which is rare to find. They're actually open to new ideas and executing on that. You just don't see that very often, to be honest. So.
Brilliant. I mean, your presence is impeccable, honestly. So I'm incredibly excited to see you in action, and get all those videos out, because I think that you're going to bring a lot of outstanding value to our show. So I'm super excited. Wonderful. And because you mentioned that, like your roles obviously going to be, because you're basically like marketing and sales coming hand to
Yeah,
hand,
my
basically.
direct title is digital marketing specialist, but I do have a lot of experience in sales, a variety of different sales. So once I kind of understand the pulse of how Ferrum does sales, I'm going to be jumping in, pitching products and also, pitching on the incubation side of stuff a little bit. I've already shadowed Ian on a couple of those calls. Um, I have a lot to add value wise, and I think because this is uh, you know, a growing company, there's a lot to get done. So I'm really just trying to figure out how do I plug in the best, most efficiently. And I think that's really helping you, Tom, because if you don't know, Tom's doing a lot for Ferrum and he's doing a great job. So I'm really looking
Nice.
here to support Tom and Ryan, the NFT consultant, maybe, and the sales team, and that's the name of the game.
Cool. Thank you. And even though it's been 2, 3 weeks, right?
Yeah,
Two
something
weeks or
like that.
three
Two and a half
weeks.
weeks, 3 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. I know, it's still, it's not even a month, right? But could you point out, so far your most significant kind of win, your biggest win at Ferrum so far? What were you proud of?
Hmm. I would say it's something I can't quite talk about yet.
Oh, let's not talk about it.
I pitched a new idea. I would say I'm very excited about that. But honestly, yesterday you and I jumped on the first video that I did. I don't love how I was mentioning this in our call today, but I don't love how I started the video, but I'll work on that. I'm just new to it in this format. But I would say that's the first big win. We had a really good talk with Ian and Tom about three projects that Ferrum is partnered up with and kind of current market conditions. And, to be this early on and interviewing Ian and talking with you, and having a successful recording and I'm just about done with that edit and about to put it on YouTube. That's a big win for me because I feel like I'm matching Ferrum's fast pace and plugging in at a fast pace, and that's what I was wondering if it was going to be a good fit, and it seems like it definitely is. Um, so I hope the next time we talk, if we do a video around this again, I can add a whole lot more wins, especially around sales and some other projects that we got going on.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And yeah, I think that's brilliant. I think you've like I mentioned before, you can be proud of a lot of things already because you do change and you do upgrade what we do, and I think that's brilliant. And yeah, the yesterday's video, obviously, it's probably already live on YouTube. The moment that we're going to release this one,
Totally.
the previous one's already out. We can link in description because I feel it's such a good video. I mean, it was like you said, the market update, the conditions of the market. It's like a little update, and the update on our incubated projects as well. And it actually really felt like a round table discussion, like an actual chat.
Totally.
So I really enjoyed it. But moving on to the next question, because you've already nearly answered that question. You've
Okay.
already mentioned Ferrum Network, the mainnet, Crucible. We've got a roadmap that you're probably most aware of as well, on the website, available to everyone to go and check out, what we plan to achieve in upcoming months as well, and what we've done in the past couple of years as well.
Right.
And out of everything that we've got on the roadmap, what are you most excited about?
Oh, that is really tough. Um, Well, I would say on the pre-sale side of things, I'm very excited about Chibi Dinos. I actually know the CEO of Chibi Dinos, Jeremy Lindblad, which I didn't realize until I was watching a Meet the Chibi Dinos team interview. And I was like, oh my God, I went to high school with Jeremy. So I'm very excited about that. I love how they have their in-game. It sounds like they're creating an in-game economy with
Mhm.
the chibis, and I like the artwork. They've been working on the 3D artwork for the last like 6 months. And I know Jeremy is a very smart person, so I have no doubt that he has thought things out very thoroughly. but I'm also excited about Yakdao, on the pre-sale side of things. I would say I'm probably most excited to see the mainnet come to fruition because I think that's just huge. Ferrum having its own mainnet is kind of like it entering the big leagues, and I think that's just going to be massive. Crucible is really exciting. I'm about to jump into that today. Actually, I'm going to mint my CFRM and CFRMX and just continue to hold and earn those earnings, those rewards. Um, but if I was going to be honest, there's probably something I can't share here quite yet, which is what I'm most excited about. So we'll just have to share. Well, we'll just have to wait, for when the time is right to be able to talk about that.
Yeah, and yeah, let's not share anything that we're not supposed to share. But let's tell people that there are things that we cannot say and we're extremely excited about.
Dan, there's things I know that I don't even know about that are down the pipeline. So there's a lot. There, there. Expect a video on why I'm bullish on Ferrum and me being very real about it because I think it's
Yeah,
time to do something like that for sure.
I can't wait. I can't wait to watch that, honestly, because I love to hear from people, like from the team members, how excited they are, how bullish they are on Ferrum and what we actually do it. I think I think that like I've heard once in my life someone that the quality actually comes from passion. And I really believe that. I really believe that people at Ferrum, we don't really treat this as, it's a job. It's we build in something. We want to create something. We want to make this big. We want to provide the best solutions, the best products in the DeFi and crypto space. And that's why we're here. That's why we're here. That's why we work a lot. That's the aim. That's the passion here. And I absolutely love it. But again, I think there's a lot of different crypto projects out there that obviously that they're in a separate niche. They don't necessarily work on interoperability as much as we do, and they don't want to solve the problems that we solve in. They do different things, which is great, obviously, but they also extremely focus, and I think that's the key to success. Obviously it's the people, it's the team, but how passionate, how skilled, and how hardworking your team behind the project actually is. I think that's
Totally,
super important.
for sure.
So you've already mentioned as well, in terms of the pre-sales, Chibi Dinos and YakDAO, and you've also mentioned at the beginning of this video about projects that you've invested in. Obviously, there's no financial advice in this video. It's just opinions and Joe's experience as well. You've mentioned about network. I think they with like V network they called,
Yes.
and there was another one that you've mentioned.
Eureka,
Which one?
Eureka.
That one. So my question now is currently, apart from Ferrum, because obviously we're all bullish on Ferrum, extremely bullish, like that's the best number one project out there. But what other projects do you have your eyes on?
So one thing that you're seeing this trend. There's two trends more that I'm really kind of keeping my eye on. It's the move to earn trend. I did get in kind of early with STEPN, so I'm walking every day, earning some GST, if anybody knows what that is. And I really love it because it's getting me outside. That's why I'm excited about Yakdao, because it's like real world utility. I think I've lost like 5 pounds since doing STEPN because I'm walking so much. So I'm very excited about Move to Earn, and what they've done is an in-game economy, which is what it sounds like Chibi Downs is doing. So I'm really looking at two things: in-game, in-ecosystem economies, which is why I think Crucible is really cool. You kind of go in there and you can kind of, you know, play around with CFRM, CFRMX, and if there's a price difference, or there's a lot of different things you can do in the portal, and that's kind of like an in-game thing. But the other thing that I've got my eye on is projects that are doing AI kind of NFTs, artificial intelligence NFTs that can kind of power your avatars in the metaverse, or that can be kind of an entertainment companion. And it seems like there's a whole new there's a few that have done really well. One's called ASM Brain Genesis, out of New Zealand. The Gala Games ecosystem's launching one called Fuzzle Pods. So I'm very interested in AI and NFTs and crypto and how that all plays. And then, like I said, like in-game economies, like anywhere where there's like more than one token, Ferrum is doing it with Ferrum X, and then CFRM, CFRMX, anything where there's like a dynamic of two tokens and an in-game economy gets me really excited because I think that kind of stuff can sustain itself through a bear market. Even if it takes a hit, I think at the end of the day, it'll be in a position to really take advantage of the next bull run. So those are the kind of, I know I'm not answering your question directly, but yeah, move to earn, AI, in-game economies. Those are kind of the things I'm most excited about right now in the crypto and NFT space.
Okay, I'm satisfied with this answer.
Okay.
So that's perfectly fine because I'm also quite bullish on NFTs
Which is
and
which is
on
why I'm really excited about
Ethereum.
Get Kicks because I mean, if I'd been able to get in step in actually early, man, it'd be incredible. So, anything that's like that gets me really excited. When Ian told me about Get Kicks, I was like, yes. I was very, very
Yeah.
pumped.
Same, same. And we're coming to the final question of the night of the video. And it's my favorite question of all of them, because currently there's around 200 million people in the world investing in crypto in one way or another. And there are predictions by Masari and other foundations as well that by 2025, which is the next 3 years, we are going to welcome over 800 million new crypto users. Not every single one is going to be a trader. One way or another, they're going to be involved with crypto. So in total, by 2025, we should have around 1 billion crypto users, which is, well, the community is going to grow. The crypto community is going to be much bigger. But now those people are joining right now the space, right? And back in the day, it was much easier. We had Bitcoin, we had Ethereum, maybe a couple other coins, tokens, but it was a handful. Now, if you go to CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, you will see there's nearly around 20,000 different tokens and coins. The space is growing, not
For
just with the
sure.
community, but with the projects that are emerging on daily basis. How those people, how the new crypto users that just joining our space, what they need to do to be quite successful and not to fall for any traps. So my question is, what's your advice to new people, to people that literally just starting the crypto journey?
Okay, so the number one thing I have to tell this, and I can't believe I have to tell this to people over and over again because I've helped a lot of people on board into crypto who are newbies, and I've told them this, and they somehow didn't take it in. When you make a wallet on whatever system, whatever blockchain, do not give your seed phrase to anybody, especially anybody in Discord. I've had too many friends um, lose their money, lose their NFTs, lose their funds because of that. And the scams are very sophisticated. So that's just a number one like safety thing. Don't give your seed phrase. If you don't know what a seed phrase is, it's basically how you make a wallet. It's usually a 12-word, 24-word mnemonic phrase that secures your wallet. So that's the number one thing. I would say start, and I think people have said this on Meet the Team interview series, and I think this is a recurrent theme, but get comfortable, get your feet wet with an amount that you're comfortable losing. As you can see in this bear market, a lot of the altcoins have lost tremendous value. I mean, even Bitcoin has lost tremendous value. So you got to be comfortable with, you never know where you're going to be in the market cycle. So put a little bit in, but have some on the side so you can jump in when the low does hit, because that's where you're going to make your money. If you can have the courage to buy when the market's really hitting a low, and that in the spring of 2008, 20, yeah, spring of 2019, there were some new lows there, and I actually bought for the first time. And that's where I made a lot of fresh capital for myself to be able to invest in crypto, was because I finally like had learned my lesson. So don't pay attention to crypto is dead. Crypto is not dead. It is gonna get through this just like it did the last bear market and the one before that. But yeah, pick an amount. And also, if you have any like, if there's a project and you can't stop thinking about it and it gets you really excited, jump in. Don't drag your feet. Whenever I drag my feet about a project that I've been excited about, Ferrum is a good example. I ended up buying Ferrum for the first time at like 26 cents when I could have bought it at 6 and then it jumped to 10 and then it jumped to 15. Like jump in and don't worry about the price fluctuations. Pick projects that you care about and that matter to you. And you'll know what I'm talking about when you get into crypto. Like there'll be a project you can't get it out of your mind. Buy, get in, don't drag your feet, and maybe have some cash on the side in case it does go down, so you can cover your position. So when it goes up, you're in profit that much sooner.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Joe. Obviously, this was not financial advice.
No,
Again, it's just basically opinions.
totally my
But
opinion. You could
yeah,
still, like nothing's a sure thing in crypto. And that's why I'm
yeah,
saying, play with what you're willing to lose because at the end of the day, you could lose it, and you don't want to be in a bad financial position because of that. You want to
yeah.
make sure you can pay the bills. So
That's very wise. Of course, of course. You need to be very, very careful in this space because obviously it's not yet regulated. We'll see what's going to happen in terms of crypto regulations around the globe as well very soon. We do have a video. We did record a video with Ian on crypto regulations. This can be in the description in the description as well for anyone that's interested in watching. Basically someone who's got lawyers experience and law school experience and degree like Ian to listen to. Go and watch it. But Joe, thank you so much for everything that you've shared today. Thank you for jumping on this video. Thank you for sharing your story. It's been incredibly inspirational, and it was a pleasure to have you here. So thank you very much. Thank you.
thanks so much, Tom. Thanks for the great questions, and thanks for onboarding me into Ferrum so seamlessly and easily. You're doing a great job. So I hope to just continue the
Yes.
great work you've started here.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Cheers.